Kaniswa on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube.
So, angels, I want to talk about the strong black woman, that stereotype. The strong black woman, honestly, in this day and age to black women is no longer a compliment. It's not a compliment, okay? It doesn't look good. Our Caucasian female friends, they have always been looked at as more soft, more delicate, more feminine. But guess what? Black women, we want to be looked at that way, looked as soft and feminine too. Okay? This is where black women, why we came up with the whole thing of the soft girl era. We want to be more soft, more feminine, more womanly. And anything that is considered strong is typically more masculine, which leads me to why they do call some black women, yes, masculine, but to be more specific, they tend to call some black women masculina. See, masculina, that's the word, masculina. So we're not trying to be masculine. We're not trying to be masculina. We're not trying to do none of that. Guys, these are things that we have been forced to have to do. We've been forced to have to pick up the slack for everyone around us. And this can take a toll not only on our physical body, but it can take a toll on our mental health as well. And y'all know here on this channel, I'm always talking about mental health. Always. So, guys, angels, it is time for black women to rest in their femininity 100%. It is time for black women to permanently enter into the soft girl era. I mean, let's keep it real. Black women, we are the SHIT, hands down, no doubt. We already got it going on, being honest, you know. So how can we enter into soft girl era or soft girl era permanently? How can we make that a permanent thing in our lives? We can make this a permanent thing by placing ourselves in environments that allow us to be in our feminine energy and rest in it, be in it, vibe in it. This is why I do encourage, and I do say, I encourage a lot of women, and even I tell like my friends, go to places that are classy, sophisticated, upscale, and when you go, dress the part. If it's a nice, classy, sophisticated, upscale restaurant, look the part when you go. Get your hair done, get your nails done, put your nice clothing on, and just go and be feminine, be womanly. Go and pamper yourself, not just for one day. Do it, make it a routine. Make it a routine every single week, maybe once a week. Pamper yourself. If you don't want to leave out the house and pamper yourself, go run a nice hot warm bath and just rest and soak your body. You know, little things like that. And it's not going to just come quickly overnight. Baby steps. Baby steps, baby steps, baby steps, baby steps. So guys, how did I even come up with this topic of the strong black woman and being in your feminine energy? Where did I get that from? Well, as you all know, I am a fan of, and I do respect all of my female musicians. Okay? I respect all of them. I may critique them from time to time, but the critique that I give is constructive. Never to be hurtful, never to be mean or hateful. Saying that to say this, that brought me to the main topic, which is Megan Thee Stallion, aka Megan P. So as y'all know, She had a like I should say, like a documentary that she did. It was put out on Amazon Prime, and I did watch it. And I'm gonna say this here: I enjoyed it. I enjoyed her documentary. I really, really did. I think I found her documentary so much more interesting to watch than the ones that Beyonce puts out. You know, because this documentary here, we really got to see what was really going on with Megan at different areas and parts of her life. What was her thought process? How was she feeling? You know, we really got to see that. And that's how I got on the topic of a strong black woman, because throughout the documentary, Megan kept bringing up this whole thing of, I just want to be strong. I just want to be strong. And then Megan did say something to the effect of, I am empowering the men who want strong women. Once again, it's not being a strong black woman is not a compliment. That's something we are pushed and we're forced into. And that's something I want Megan Thee Stallion to understand. We see you. We see you. We see your talent. We see your beauty. We see how amazing you are, Megan. You don't always have to be strong. Sometimes it is okay to have I'm just going to be straight, a weak moment. It's okay to have a weak moment. It's okay to, I know some people say no, but it's okay to break down and cry it out. It is okay. You see what I'm saying? It's okay. You are a human being. And that's something, even, I will be honest, I even noticed even in my own family coming up. Like, you had to be so strong. You couldn't show your emotions or your feelings and things like that. Because in the black community, that's kind of looked at as weakness. But to Megan, girl, it's okay. It's okay to want to cry, to be frustrated. It's okay. You don't always have to be strong. And something else that Megan did state in this documentary, she stated that she wants her mom to know that she's listening, she's taking heed, she's learning, and she's paying attention. Megan, though I know your mom is not here with you anymore, Megan, your mom sees you, baby. She see you. She may not be here in the physical, but she is here in the spirit, and she sees what's going on with you. Your mom sees it. See, that's something that a lot of y'all tend to forget. Just because a person dies, the physical body dies. Their spirit don't die. Megan, your mama see you, your mama watching you, and she sees that you took heed and you paid attention to everything that she told you and taught you. That's the reasons why that's one of the many reasons why you are where you are today. And you're only going to get bigger. You're going to get better. And yes, I do understand the situation with Tory Lanez. You know, Lord, Megan, okay, we understand. It was a mistake. We all make mistakes. But it's about what we learn from it and just keep it moving, keep it pushing. Megan, we are all proud of you, and your mom is definitely proud of you. Baby girl, please keep it going. Please keep it moving, keep it pushing. Don't stop. Don't stop. And if you need a break, then okay, then you stop. And you take your break and you have your moment. But other than that, Megan, don't pay the foolishness no attention, baby. Another thing I noticed in this documentary that I loved, I have seen, especially it was at the opening of the documentary. Megan, you have touched so many girls and so many people. It is amazing, and I'm so happy for you that you have this positive impact. I'm so happy for you, and got so much love from one Southern girl to another one. I'm so happy for you. You keep going. You've touched so many young ladies. That's the main thing, touching a lot of younger girls. You stated in this documentary, Megan, that Stallion is there to protect Pete. Or in other words, Megan Thee Stallion is there to protect Megan Pete. Okay. I can see that. I can see that. I can see that. You know, you have this, like a lot of people do, they have an alter ego. You know, Beyonce has Sasha Fierce. You know, who else? Tyrese has Black Tie. You know, so I get it. I get it. And maybe, yes, that may be, yes, that seems like, yeah, it is true. You know, and it's nothing wrong with that. It's nothing wrong with that. The next thing, Megan, you touched on the death of your father. So you mentioned that your mom never talked about the death of your father. Okay, you never talked about that. You didn't cry. You just, once again, you wanted to be strong for your mom. Okay. Then, basically you never grieved your father's death. You just held it in because, once again, you wanted to be strong. Not grieving is a bad thing, because you taking all those feelings and you storing it up and you holding it in. That's not good. And once again, this is yet again something that, Megan, you were taught at a very, very young age, is to hold stuff in. We calling it being strong, but it's holding things in. You did not grieve. You got to learn to grieve. And this is, once again, grief therapy, grief counseling. You know, to all my angels out there watching who's listening to this, granted, y'all may hear this Turban Tuesday before Megan Thee Stallion ever hears it. That's if she ever hears it. Guys, you have to, when you lose somebody like a parent or just a really, really close friend or family member, go through the grieving process. Grieve. Don't try to bottle everything up and hold it in. And as we watched this documentary, we seen what happened when you hold stuff in and when you bottle stuff up and you don't go in there and start pulling up that old stuff and start dealing with it. Looking at Megan went through a time of just basically drinking alcohol as a way to suppress her feelings and everything. So go through the grieving process, and that's something that Megan didn't do with her dad. The next thing that popped up, Megan's mom. She really didn't grieve her mother's death properly. So you suppressed your father and you didn't grieve him. You did the same thing when your mom passed. Like, you just, you didn't grieve. You didn't Give your time. Let yourself heal. You know. The next thing in this documentary that I don't think I would have been able to do. The whole thing of, and Megan, when you stated that your mom was on, I guess, life support, and you had to take her off. That would have been, yes, a hard decision to make for anybody. And yet again, that's something, even that, you have to go to therapy, you got to go to counseling, you got to do things to get you through, you know, to kind of grieve that. And it's a lot. This documentary really really gave details of a lot of stuff, and it brought attention as to what happens when we don't grieve. And guys, mental health therapy, like all of this stuff, it goes hand in hand. Now, something that I did notice with Megan, because I watched this documentary, guys, not once but twice, Megan relied heavily upon her mother. So much. She looked at her mother for validation. She learned from her mom everything. To the point that where in Megan, you kind of felt like, okay, you weren't doing things right when your mother wasn't there for you. And this is where I will say with parents, you have to teach your children and your kids how to be in this world alone by themselves, and prepare them to be successful and adaptable adults who can have the ability to problem solve and make informed decisions on their own. This is this right here is a very highly important topic especially when you're raising kids. You know, and this is why I said to Megan, you make mistakes, but you learn from them, and you become resilient. Okay, Megan. So something that Megan quoted her father in the documentary, and Megan, you stated, everything that grins ain't your friend. Okay. This was something that your dad told you, Megan, and he was right. He wasn't lying. So y'all know what this is all about. It's all about Tory Lanez. So now we moved on to that. In the documentary, Megan, you were so concerned and worried. Are they going to find him guilty? Are they not going to find him guilty? This, that. Had I been you, Megan, I would have never even been worried about that, because once the police got called, they seen bullet fragments in your foot. Once they seen that, they you went and got that removed. You told the police that he was the one that shot you eventually. Yeah, he was gonna go to jail. Had I been you, I wouldn't even been concerned even with that at all whatsoever. Next thing, Megan, you felt like people felt like you lied. Something that was stated in the documentary was that when Gayle King asked you, did you have sexual intercourse with Tory Lanez, and you said no. Yes, the world already knew. Even when you said no, we all knew that wasn't, we all knew you lied. And it is true. When you do lie about something, people do start to look at the other things that you say and question it a lot. But for me personally, Megan, I didn't look at it from that standpoint like that. I looked at it from the standpoint of, I didn't really think that he had shot you, because of the simple fact, when you did that video WAP, you was in that video. You were doing everything, moving around, dancing, and all of this stuff. And I think you did have heels on, from what I could remember. And you were moving about like nothing. Like it was just a regular day. Megan wasn't hurt. Megan wasn't shot. Once again, I guess this is what you call being strong. You faked this. I'm like, say you didn't fake it, but it came across just like, girl, ain't nothing wrong, Megan. Megan ain't been shot. You seen her in that walk video. She was up there getting down, and I think around that time, I think you did have some other stage performances and stuff, and you was just getting down. You was moving about like it was nothing. When not knowing, you probably were in a lot of pain. You know? So when you handle that, that's another thing that probably made a lot of people, including definitely myself, that why we was just like, she lying, ain't nothing wrong with her. He ain't shoot her. Ain't nothing wrong with her. You made it look so effortless. You made it look so effortless. You put your best foot forward, because baby, in that walk video, I think you did like a bend or something. I think, don't quote me, I have to go back and watch the video. But you get it, like it was like nobody ever knew. Nobody ever knew. Like it's just like nobody would have ever known. Like anything had to happen. So you through just through that, you are showing your mom that the things that she taught you, yeah. You got the lesson. She see you. You ain't got nothing to worry about, Megan. Now, next thing, Kelsey. Well, Megan, everybody, something that I used to hear, there's I think a lot of celebrities that say this, but Tyrese Gibson is the one that I always used to hear say this one a lot. He used to say, it's lonely at the top. Sometimes at the top it can be lonely. Think back to Michael B. Jordan, where he says where he is in his career, he's lonely at times. This is another big reason why, Megan, I always say, like, you got to get comfortable with being by yourself. You got to get comfortable being by yourself and being alone. And I think that's one thing about me that I love about myself. I love being alone. I love being by myself. I love having my alone time. You're like, within 24 hours, y'all, I look forward to having my alone time. And I guess it's because I'm to the point that I understand that the best company that you will ever have is your own company. And I understand that, so I enjoy my alone time so much. Oh, just don't know. And I know some people are just not quite there at that point yet, and it takes some people some time to get to that point. Being comfortable being alone. Get comfortable being by themselves. You know? Saying that to say this. Your friend Kelsey, it wasn't meant for her to, as you can see, come along the ride and come along the way. Everybody ain't meant to be with you the entire journey. Some people are only in your life for a season, and then when their season is up, they leave. And that's what it really was with Kelsey. Her time was up. Now, something that also listening to Janet Jackson. Janet Jackson said it in her last documentary that she did. They build you up to tear you down. You know, it's the price of fame. So saying that to say this, a lot of the time, Megan, you can't worry about what people are saying. You can't worry about what people think. You know, I know that's easier said than done, but something that I did notice in this documentary that you did a lot of, Megan. And I, if you ever see this Turban Tuesdays, Megan, I want you to learn how to get the hell off of social media. Get off the internet. Log out. Or if you got to block people, do whatever. In this documentary, Megan, you showed you be up on social media and you be into everything that them people be saying. You got to learn Get off of that mess. Stay off of it. Get into your alone time. You know? Go watch a movie. You know? Go do something like that. Find something else to do. But stay off of social media. Stay off of it. It's just not... Yeah. Because all that negative talk and the negativity and all of that stuff, that can damage your mental health. Which brings me to another topic. I am so happy and I am so proud of you. In this documentary, you just said, fuck it. I'm finna go to therapy. And you went into that therapy session and you came back and you was just like, bitch, you felt like a new woman. I was proud. I was sitting up there in front of my TV. I'm sitting there smiling like big sister and shit. I was so proud of you. I was so proud of you. Megan, I love you. I respect you. And I want nothing but the best for you. I want to see you get bigger as an artist, as a female rapper. I want to see you do more acting. And when I make it to the top, I'll just make it in the business. I cannot wait to work with you. I cannot wait to work with you on music or film or whatever. I cannot wait. But yes, stay in your therapy, Megan. Stay in your counseling. Make sure your mental health stays good. Granted, I know nobody's ever going to be 100% healed from their trauma because we're still going through life. But definitely stay in therapy. Work on your mental health. Work on your music. You're doing an amazing job. And definitely keep God first. And remember, both your mom and your dad, they watching you, they see you, and they love you. And my angels, all of this apply to y'all too. Y'all ain't no y'all not exempt. Okay? So guys, I want to thank everybody for watching this amazing Turban Tuesdays. And till next week, peace.
Follow Kaniswa on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube.